Yes, welcome. This is Paul Finck, the Maverick Millionaire, and this is Maverick Mondays, where we talk about doing it different, being a maverick, and creating abundance in your world. And today we're talking about just show up. Just show up in abundance. Just show up to create that magnitude in your world. Just show up. I just ran in this room, created a magnitude, and am here with you. And apparently, that's more than all too many people are able to do in their world, is just show up. That is the message for today. We're going to be talking about that and so much more. And show up, what it means. You see, here on Maverick Mondays, and what I talk about every single week is the magnitude of what you want to accomplish in your world, what are you looking to create in your world, and how you can go from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest period of time to really enjoy your life the way you want it on your terms for as long as you can in this world. That's the message. That's the key with what we do here in the Maverick community. How do we live the life that we really want to live on our terms for as long as possible? What that means is we got to get busy and we got to get into that world. We got to be present in living our life today, right away. Hey guys, welcome aboard. And absolutely good to be here on Maverick Mondays. Good to see you too. Christine, Terry, everybody else who's here, whether you're seeing this live or seeing this on recording, either way, comment as something strikes you, as you get an inspiration as to what's going on for your world. Go ahead and comment. And I also want to say, comment about what your experience has been in just showing up, because that's the topic of today. Before we continue, I do want to talk about Be a Success Maverick. You want to be in volume 2. Volume 2 is coming up. You absolutely want to be a part of this. This is a compilation book of multiple authors. You can see last version, we had multiple authors here. And now we're looking to launch another, just coming up any day now. So absolutely, you want to be a part of this. Go ahead and DM me. Go ahead and reach out to me. We want you as a part of this, and we've got some really key players. I'm going to start announcing a few people that are going to be in this. I'm real excited about, going to be in the book with me, and we're launching sometime during this winter. So absolutely be on the lookout for volume 2 of Be a Success Maverick. We do drive this to bestseller status. We create a magnitude and a buzz around it, and everyone gets highlighted on our websites. So absolutely worthy to be a part of. Hey guys, we're here and I want to talk about just showing up. I gotta tell you, in the history of my life, just showing up has paid huge dividends in my lifestyle and what opportunities that have come into my life, in real cash that has come into my life, all because I showed up. Now, the first thing is that I want to clarify is that just because you show up doesn't mean you win. However, when you show up, you end up tilting the odds in your favor. So what's the antithesis of that? Not showing up. I'm constantly amazed at how hard just showing up seems to be. I coach on this and I talk about this all around the world. And I cannot tell you, I'll tell just tons of information, tons of secrets. And yet the one thing that someone will come up to me and go, yeah, you know, when you were talking about just showing up, that really hit home. I'm like, really? That's the key message you needed to hear? Like, show up? This isn't brain surgery. Just show up. Now, what does this look like? What do most people do? Most people dedicate to do something and think that that dedication is, well, as long as something else doesn't come up, that's better. That's kind of the way most people treat the world this day and age. They decide, well, I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit to a job until something else better comes along. I'm going to commit to a person until something else better comes along. I'm going to commit to a marriage, well, until something better comes along. This is their attitude of life, and it shows up everywhere. I got to tell you, just grabbing hold of good quality people that want to put in a quality day's work to get a quality day's pay, that alone seems to be just an amazing, amazing thing. I taught my kids to show up, and when they do show up to work as if this was the place that they wanted to be all along, as if the job that they're in now is the job that they love and they're going to do it to the best of their ability. It didn't matter what the job was, whether the job was, working in a high-level internship and working for high-level people, working for dad, or working at a fast food restaurant. It didn't matter. All of it was the same. You show up and you do your best. You show up and you work your hardest. You show up and you put in a good day's work for a good day's pay. That's called integrity. That's called, man, showing up, right? That's what I thought was easy. Told my kids that, they did it. It didn't seem really difficult. However, when they would just show up, all of a sudden they were elected to be the president. They were elected to be the leader of the pack. They would just show up in this way and they'd get, well, employee of the month. They're scratching their head going, I don't think I did anything special. Matter of fact, they diminished a lot of the awards that they got because they're like, all I did was show up. Like, this wasn't that hard. And yet, here's the challenge. Here's what's going on in our world, is that just showing up is the winners because everyone else doesn't even do that. So, oh my gosh, it used to be, and this is a quote from the only person that I've heard it attributed to is Woody Allen. So whatever the case may be, just showing up is 80% of success. It's 80% of life is just showing up. Well, the reality is, over the last 20, 30, whatever it's been years since he said that, just showing up, it's actually 90 and maybe even 100%, because everybody else doesn't even show up. Now, here's a simple equation. Say what you're going to do, and then do what you said you were going to do. That's showing up. You don't want to do it, don't say you're going to do it. However, then when you say you're going to do it, just show up. Now, in this day and age, just show up could be as simple as, well, I don't know, answer a text, answer an email. Just respond when people say, hey, what's going on? You said you were going to show up now and you're not showing up. How come? What's the deal? And you don't even respond to that. Just show up. It's a magnitude of just integrity, of appreciation for other people, just simple respect. Just show up. Then what's the rest of the story? Where do you go from there? So now you show up. Now, does it mean that you just got to show up and then you sit down and you don't do anything? No, of course not. There's follow through, there's follow up, there's absolutely doing what you're there to do once you're there. However, one of the interesting things is, and why they say just showing up is 80%, and I would say 90% of the task at hand, is that the hardest part is getting going. The hardest part is the move and the push, kind of the drive off the couch, if you will. That movement to go, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to start walking. Well, once you're walking, it's pretty easy to get going. The extra effort to get up off the couch and then get going is what gets you stuck. So you want to go exercise. You want to lose weight. Getting to the gym is the hard part. Once you're there, dollars for donuts, you're going to end up doing some exercise. It'll be hard for you not to. The hard part is changing your clothes, getting into your workout outfit, and getting over to the gym. Once you're there, you're going to do something. Something. You're going to see all this great machines. You're going to see other people working out, and you're going to get into the mood. Same thing. Have you ever dreaded a phone call because maybe, you were tired. You were not feeling it. You knew you were going to have to come up with some answers, do something creative, or even just have a conversation with somebody, and man, just wasn't feeling it. Well, guess what? Just get on the phone, you'll be energized. Just get on the phone and you'll create some movement. Just get on the phone, and even if you say to the person on the other end, yeah, I'm just kind of dragging today, and so could you carry the conversation for the first 5-10 minutes? Maybe I'll catch up then. I got to tell you, you'll still win. You'll still create more than you would have. You didn't show up at all. That's the key, is learn to just get moving. Get in the game. People say, I don't know what to do in marketing. I said, start doing something. Oh, I don't know who to talk to. Talk to anybody. We have millions of people at our disposal every single second of every day. Billions. There's over 3 billion people on Facebook now. Unbelievable. You have all these people to talk to at any given moment. Just start talking to them. Now, you could talk to them in a group like I'm doing, or you could talk to them individually. It really wouldn't matter. Just start talking. I guarantee you, you do that every day, and every day when you don't feel like it, every day when you're down in the dumps, every day when you're just kind of sluggish, every day when you're not sure what to say, and you just start reaching out and talking to people, I guarantee you, opportunity is going to strike somewhere along the way. Get in the game. Get busy. Get doing something. And I would add, do it different. Watch what happens when you do that, because it'll be different, creating different results. When you do things different now, you're going to create a different future. So just show up. Just show up to create that magnitude in your life. Just show up to have the opportunity to show up again. What do you think, guys? Am I on the right track? So true. So many people just happen to hang out, right? When you're with other people, you create an energy flow and you get moving. I will say that the magnitude of people that don't show up, it just startles me. The magnitude of people that I don't know, they say they will, and then they don't. I cannot tell you. Now, I coach and train, and I do a ton of training all around the country, and I do individual coaching as well. And so I'm constantly in phone call mode and talking to people in different modalities. And so I'll set appointments. I've learned my calendar rules me. So I'll set my calendar, I'll set the appointments, set the dates, and I just wake up and I do what the calendar tells me to do. It's a really good practice to get into. Instead of you having to think every single moment, you release some of that and put it into a system. So the calendar tells me, get on the phone. All these appointments have been confirmed, made in the first place, and then confirmed again, and an email or some sort of notification was sent. I cannot tell you the magnitude of people that just don't show up. And wait, they don't show up for the phone call that they made a pre-appointment to show up. Then they don't call, they don't text, they don't communicate for hours, if not days. And you go, now, where were they? Where was their brain when they made the appointment in the first place? Then when they got the notification, where was their brain then? Then when they got a text from me and said, hey, dude, Let's talk. We had an appointment right now. What happened? And then they don't respond. You say, well, why did they make the appointment in the first place? Now, I know I'm not talking on a personal note. This isn't about just me. This is about everybody. And I want you to know that how many times have you done that? I want you to reflect and really take ownership for yourself. Because every time you do that, you are missing out on a possible opportunity, a possible shift in your life that could take you to a whole nother stratosphere. What's going on? Reflect. When are you not showing up? What could happen in that moment if you did? How could that change things? What would that do with your world? I can tell you over and over again, I've just shown up. I've learned to show up early, stay late, be full out, and be completely present in the moment while I'm doing it. And over 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 again, I've been shown how much comes into my world when I do. That's profound. Test it out. Do it for yourself. Commit fully, and don't waver. Show up early, stay late, be committed 100%, and watch how your world shifts, changes, and develops into the magnitude of life that you really love. That's the message for today. We've been talking about this now for a little bit, and I just want to make you aware of who you are, what you want. You want more? Show up more. You want to create a magnitude in your world? Show up more. You want to create a team. You want people to be attracted to you. You want people to want to be by your side. Show up more. Show up. Show up to play full out. Show up to be in the game. Take the work, take the effort it takes to show up and be committed to that. The rest will follow. That's what it means. That's what we mean by 80% of the journey is just showing up. That's the point. Put in the effort to make sure you show up consistently. Be committed to that. The rest will follow. The rest will take care of itself. The rest will happen organically because you did. Absolutely be there, be ready to show up, and be that kind of player to do it different. We're in the Maverick community. We're doing it different every single day. We've got an event coming up right around the corner. We're going to be in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then I'm going to be out with some other of our Mavericks. We're going to be out on the West Coast in LA hanging out. Then we're going to be hanging out. Let's see what's next. I believe I'll be in Vegas and then Dallas, and we're going all over the place. I want you to be with me. I want you to be by our side. The Maverick community is growing by leaps and bounds because we've got an energy and a passion to change the world and to change our lives with it. Absolutely be a part of all that. Come hang out, find out what we're doing. The difference keeps on growing, and the results keeps on creating more and more for each and every one of us and a community as a whole. Come join us. This is Paul Finck. This is the Maverick community. This is the Maverick Mondays, and go do it different. Keep showing up. Till next time, everyone.